Please comment down below with any tips and tricks. I want a job. I want a job. I want a job. Praise. Hello friends. I think I have my setup all together, all correct. All right. Whew. Dissertation Diaries episode 2. I'm holding up 2 fingers. Episode 2. Welcome back to Dissertation Diaries. If you've been here before, the last video in one of these cards was a video where I introduced myself. I am Quinn. I am a 4th year PhD candidate. I am an applied mathematician and I'm getting my PhD. I'm getting my degree, my doctoral degree in systems modeling and analysis, and my concentration is mathematical biology. So I'm studying modeling biological systems using mathematics and computer simulations. I'm in my 4th year. I am writing my dissertation, hence the name Dissertation Diaries, and I started this series to keep up with what's going on as I progress, see how my graduation year goes when I graduate, and take y'all with me so that we can all be super clear on what the heck a dissertation is. What is this year? It feels so mysterious and vague when people talk about it. Like, I took my classes and then I wrote my dissertation, but like, what does that mean? What were you doing? What were you doing? How did you get a job? That's what I want to know. So while I'm experiencing it, we'll find out together. I'm not sure how many exact episodes there will be of this series, but I'll be filming them essentially monthly or bi-monthly as updates happen, and I'll be updating you on my research progress for my dissertation, what I'm doing. I'll be updating you on how the school year is going, my responsibilities and payment there. I'll then update you on my job hunt process, networking and all of that, and then I will update you on my mental health, what I'm excited about, what I'm scared about, I'm taking care of myself, all that good jazz. And we will begin with the research. If anything sounds unfamiliar, I urge you to see episode 1, where I went into a little more detail, probably about my background and etc. All right, first topic is research. So my dissertation has 3 chapters, or will have a minimum of 3 chapters. The first chapter being a literature review of sickle cell disease mathematical models, focusing on what questions are being asked and what models are being used in sickle cell disease. That is a standard first chapter / introduction chapter for most dissertations, as it's your personal intro and the reader's intro to the state of the field. You need to understand what is happening in the field before you say you are doing anything new or novel in it. So that's the literature review. I have essentially completed that, but it is still in drafts as of literally right now. I just completed another update draft of it, rearranging some photos, adding some information, sent it back to my advisor. So that's essentially done, I feel like. Even though I keep saying that, I keep saying it's done, I'm still working on it. Like, yeah, it's done. Here's draft 7. Yeah, it's done. Here's draft 10. So, done. All right. But I count that as done in my brain. Like, there's no more information to be added to it at this point. We're just passing it back and forth. So in my brain, chapter 1 is done. Chapter 1's done. 1's done. 1's done. Anyhow, chapter 2. Chapter 2 is the first piece of novel research of my own, our own, right? And that is my ODE model, or our ODE model, predicting pediatric acute pain using pain and sleep data. And that chapter has been written, but I don't know why I'm recording. It has been written. It has been written, but the results and conclusion are not where they need to be. So we are still trying to finish that. And by we, I really mean me. I really mean me. I'm still trying to finish it. So chapter 2 is nowhere near done. Right now, my model fit looks like this, and what I want it to look like is this. So there are so many steps, but there's so many potential ways to get it there. My goal is to have this look like this by December. That way I can start on chapter 3. But anyhow, how do I plan on getting this to look like that by December? So the steps I'm taking are right here. I have written a gigantic to-do list of all the things I feel like I should be doing to make more progress on my chapter 2. So I personally have a bullet journal, a digital bullet journal now. If you see here actually are my bullet journals from previous years. I've been physically bullet journaling for quite some time. Even my research journal was originally some bullet journal spreads. So yes, I've been bullet journaling for quite some time, and now that I have an iPad, I've been digitally bullet journaling, so that's where all my notes and things are. Here is my big to-do list. I keep a running task list with 4 areas. I have a teaching area, I have a GTA contract where I am teaching, I have a YouTube section since we have a relationship, and then I have my PhD related things since I am getting my PhD and then I have a personal because there are things I have to do that have nothing to do with any of those, like the rest of my life. So I keep this running big to-do list and I just erase and add to it every week. That's how I prep for my week. And so here, if I zoom in on my PhD related task list, so the first thing I'm doing is rereading our grant application. In order to submit a grant, the team we met every week, I believe, and discussed our aims and our goals and what we should be doing, and really going through that process to have a strong application required us to solidify what the heck we were doing, you know what I mean? It's very hard to tell people to give you money to do something without telling them what you plan on doing. I know what we're doing. I would like to reread the language and the formalness of it all. Like, I want to get reacquainted where we're going because it's all laid out pretty plainly in there what this chapter 2 is supposed to be about. So I'm just going to reread that. So I've downloaded that application and I plan on going through there, highlighting important aims, and then going through and connecting those with what I have in my notes already and understanding what I need to do next, and writing down any questions to take to my advisors, you know, the other PhDs on my research team. I'm also rereading some sickle cell pain papers. I want to add some more papers, like reread some more papers or read some more papers, add more sources. People really like them long resource lists to know that it's not just you talking because you're still building your credibility. So yes, I want to read some more pain papers to not only add to the paper for paper's sake, for, you know, citation's sake, but also just the more I know and understand continually, the better I can do for creating the model and the assumptions that we make in its formation. So I am tweaking it based on some real analysis principles that I want to revisit in order to accurately add some time windows to adjust the time data variable, essentially. And then in order to do that, I need to do a little more research on the coding. I know enough, I obviously know enough to do what I am doing, but I've been teaching for the last 6 weeks, and then I was at the summer thing, and I haven't fully sat with my code since April, May probably. It is September 29th. So I've not sat and played with our code in months. So I need to reacquaint myself with its nooks and crannies, as well as just getting some more confidence in ODE modeling in MATLAB. I feel like I don't have a concrete understanding of what the solvers are doing, and because of that, I'm not understanding what it's getting from the data, MATLAB itself. So I need to read more up on that. And then something else I've been doing is transferring my research notes from my journal here to my digital one. I'm literally just rewriting them. It's me copying over my notes. I wanted a shareable version. I obviously like writing it, and I still write in here, but you can't understate the power of being able to have it digitally. Once I have it all written down, I'm going to save it as a PDF, upload it to my drive, and if I want to share it with my advisor, I can. If I want to share it with y'all, I can. Just having that digital version is just going to do so much for me, and I can only have so many of these, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I wanted to have to reference, and also by rewriting it, this is a way to reacquaint myself with the aims through all of these steps. So that is what I am doing. Those are the steps I am taking to work on my second chapter of my dissertation. So that's doing more reading of the grant, of my notes, of papers. That's updating my knowledge on MATLAB, encoding and simulations, and simulating, literally doing the work of, once I have all that knowledge, to make the changes to the model along with my team, get a better fit, write a conclusion about that better fit and how I got it. Boom, chapter 2 will be done. Blessings, blessings. And then we have chapter 3. So we said a minimum of 3 chapters, there must be a 3rd chapter. So once I get a better fit just based on the sleep and the sleep time windows, I want to say, all right, that's a great fit. Can it get even better if it's not already perfect? It probably won't be. No model is perfect. If you know, you know. Chapter 3, I originally mentioned in my previous video that I was going to do a collaboration with a peer of mine. That has been hashtag canceled. But that's fine. There are forever things to research because people don't know a lot of things about black people or black people issues. It's like right now, I know that the aim is to take our model and incorporate other health variables and their correlations and see if those give us better fit, and then combine those together to see how that gives us a fit, and then compare with machine learning the multiple models that have been made, equations that have been made, and report out which is best, and then like how each was made, which was best, the comparison, the results, our recommendation on what variables should be studied and need to be captured in the future for sickle cell models. And boom, that's chapter 3. So those are the research goals. That'll be the concentration for spring. And do you know why that'll be the concentration for spring, baby? Because we got the grant. We got the grant. Period. 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 Okay, we got the grant. So I told you on the last video that we submitted a grant to the don't give me the line, child, was it the NIH? Yes, we have an NIH R21 grant. So because we have been funded, we recently found out maybe a week ago, that means that I will not be teaching in the spring, as I will be funded by the grant instead of my GTA contract, and therefore we'll have all of the time and focus to focus on the grant aims and my chapter 3 things. Literally, the grant's 3rd aim is my 3rd chapter aim, so having that time to concentrate, the money, the resources in the spring is going to be amazing for that. So yes, let's talk about school year. Let's talk about the school year now that the cat is out the bag. So funding. Right now I am a GTA. I am teaching. I have an assistantship that's $20,000 essentially, I believe. That's what I'm being funded by teaching. So I'm currently teaching Math 141, which is college algebra with applications. So understanding all the different kinds of functions and understanding how those functions model real world behavior, which is literally what I'm doing. And I'm teaching college freshmen. My class has 38 students in it, and they are wonderful so far. I believe the semester is going well. I hope they like me. If they don't, I suppose that's fine as well, but it's going good. This semester teaching doesn't feel as hectic as it did my first time teaching, so I love that. It feels honestly not hard, yet somehow I feel as though I still spend so much time on it. I get home and it's 7 p.m. and I'm like, all I've done was be on campus for teaching stuff. I haven't even done other things. So that's the thing that's happening. But teaching itself is going good. All I have to do is get my keys so that I can teach and then grade my own students' quizzes and tests. That's it. And then I have my office hours, you know, my help center hours. If you saw my first week of school vlog or my most recent vlog, you would have seen some of that action live of what the school year has been looking like. So that's probably up in a card. And that's been the fall. I'll be teaching this fall. Last day of class is December 16th. Like I said, it's the end of September right now. So that's a ways away. So far so good. Here's hoping it doesn't eat too much of my time up. So far it kind of is, but I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring it out. All right, and then for the spring, for that part of the school year, like I said, since we have the grant, Someone play the cheers again. Someone play the cheers again. Play the cheers again. Since we have the grant, I won't have to teach in the spring. And I will be focusing on that as just be doing research. And I feel like that will definitely help me towards actually graduating in May. So every time I have talked about graduation, I felt like I was a bit confused. And so I got some clarification from my advisor. So let me also just list it in this video. Pulling out my phone. Don't we love my phone case by Casetify? If y'all ever want to sponsor your girl, I'm here. I'm ready. I'm willing. All right. Anyhow, the requirements for me to graduate. That I have to take the foundation courses. I took those and passed qualifying exams. Took those. You know, 700 level courses, at least 9 credits. Did that. Electives, including 700 level electives. Done that. Systems research. Done that. Those are specialty courses by faculty at the school who teach topics like mathematical biology and stochastic methods in mathematical biology, topics, courses like that. Submit your qualifying portfolio. I did that in this past spring. Admission to candidacy. I am now a candidate, so that step is done. Next is dissertation research. That is where I am right now. This is the star I am at, dissertation research. The next step will be my dissertation proposal. After admission to candidacy, a written and oral proposal is presented to the full dissertation committee. Students should have submitted at least 1 article to a peer-reviewed journal. So that 1 article submitted to a peer-reviewed journal for me will count as my chapter 2. So after December, I am aiming to have submitted this and then be eligible to propose between January and May. All right, submit journal article. So that article has to be prepared before the proposal. It has to be submitted before your dissertation defense. So once you've done your proposal is essentially a contract with your committee saying, these are the things I want to do, when I want you to do them by. Can I have my degree if I do that? And they say yes, and then now you have a concrete plan of your steps and timeline. That's what your proposal is. And you can't do that until you've completed your 2nd chapter, your first real chapter of research, So I'm hoping to propose in January through March, sometime in there. And then dissertation. The dissertation is submitted at least 2 weeks prior to the oral defense. A 2nd journal article must be prepared before the dissertation defense. That 2nd journal article is chapter 3, the 3rd chapter of the dissertation. So by completing the dissertation, the 2 journal articles are already done, and hopefully there's a 3rd journal article from your lit review. So to graduate, you have to have 3 papers ready as products to go. Once you have those 3 products ready, you will defend orally in front of your committee and your loved ones if you invite them. Depending on the timeline of how progress goes, my graduation will be in May. It might be in August if I finish over the summer, or it'll be in December if I'm not done in August. It's looking like it's May, babes. It's looking like it's May. I'm still putting out energy that it's May. So, yes. We are now on to our 3rd section, the job hunt / networking. So I'm actually not applying to anything right now. Today is September 29th, 2022. Still relatively early in the semester, only about a month in. I have been to one conference. I went to NAM Math Fest at Morgan State University, the National Association of Mathematicians, and I presented my research there, and that went amazing. And that's all I have been to so far. I do have plans to go to Field of Dreams this year, as well as the joint math meetings in January. So I'm excited about those. Those are the only ones I have on my docket. I don't really have the funding resources required to go to any more than that. Conferences are so expensive, and my section of the woods ain't got pockets that deep. So those are the only other 2 I am planning on going to. I really am planning on making JMM a really beneficial one for me. It's essentially October, Field of Dreams is in November, and JMM is in January. So they were about a month apart. So still some time before either of those. I am, however, looking into any emails that come my way. I recently got an email that was like, we're looking for fellows for this company. And it's like, oh, You know, like I am definitely looking at whatever catches my eye. If I get an email and it's like, I could do that, then I'm gonna pull it up and I'm gonna bookmark it. But as far as applying, I am not quite there yet. I am looking for industry jobs, and everyone is telling me that industry jobs hire super quick, because once they hire you, they apparently want you to start ASAPually, and so you really wouldn't apply until you are ready to start, or when you know when you're going to start. And since my graduation date is still pretty in flux, I don't know when I will be able to start, so I don't want to apply until I know that. So I'm thinking once I propose and I have a set graduation date agreed upon with my committee, I will then get serious about putting in applications and finding a job. And I've been told so far that if I don't do that until March, it'll still be fine because of the way industry works. So here's hoping that's true. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see. If you know differently, please comment down below with any tips and tricks. I want a job. I want a job. I want a job. Praise. A high-paying job. Let me get specific. I want a high-paying job with a minimum of 5 figures. Praises. As far as getting a job, what am I doing to be marketable? So some CV updates. I can add the grant to my CV, the NIH grant. That's going to be amazing. I can add a publication. I don't know if I mentioned this before. Before I joined my current advisor, I did a research project with another faculty member at my institution to test out if I wanted him to be my advisor. It turned out I did not think our research styles meshed, but it was a great project and a great experience. And now there's a publication from it. So adding that to my CV as well as some more networking experience. I've added the data science and social justice workshop from this summer to it as well. And I can also add my conference presentation at NAM that I gave another research talk. So that's amazing. And then I'm also supposed to add an objective to my CV/resume, because industry people require that or prefer that over the super long CVs. So also, if you have any tips for that, please comment down below. So those are my CV updates, and all CV updates go on my website as well. That's all the information I have about getting a job. So that's my job hunt and networking going on, and I am honestly unaware of the potential opportunities that will be coming in the spring, but everything that is for me is on its way to me, so I'm excited about it irregardless, or regardless. I'm unsure what the proper is. All right, then we're on our last section. I feel like this one went a lot quicker than the last one, and now we're just getting to the meat, baby, straight to the meat. All right, mental health. So what I'm excited about, what I'm scared about, resources I'm using, and other feelings. All right, so what I am excited about, I'm honestly feeling very renewed and motivated thanks to the grant. Like, getting the grant has just made me so excited for the spring, and also just kind of renewed my interest in my project, if I'm just being frank. Like, I am of course interested in it, but when school started, I was like, yeah, I'll work on that. And I've just been getting the hang of teaching, and I do think that is going well, so that was a good decision on my part, I feel. However, research was just like, all right, I'll get to that, is how I was feeling about it. Like, okay, yeah, I'll get to that, was how I was feeling about it. But now that we've gotten the grant and we're meeting again, and the people are actively working on it with me, and I'm not just blindly asking questions, I feel like, okay, let me see what I need to do for this to get this done. Like, okay, let me get for real about that. Like, that's how I'm feeling about it. And I'm like, and since we're all being paid now, is there something on my nose? Since we're all being paid now, they're also incentivized to help me do it, and I'm not just figuring out too much on my own. Like, I understand, like, novel research on your own, can't Google everything, but also y'all have experience that I don't have, so I need your counsel, you know? All right. So I'm excited about my project. Honestly, I'm just really excited to make progress. Like, I've honestly been feeling like much more open to criticism than I ever have been as a Virgo, because to not know something is an invitation to learn it. You know, I used to get so frustrated when I would get to a part about something that I'm like, I just don't get this, and it's just like, okay, that's frustrating. But now I'm in a place where, like, yeah, that's frustrating, but what do I need to do to understand it then? Like, what do I need to do to understand? Like, what do I need to do to get better results? What do I need to do to, you know, make my code better? What do I need to do? And then once I have those answers, I feel better. Just in general, like, I'm like, all right, clarity is so amazing to me. So confusion is an invitation to clarity, and that's how I feel about my research. Like, there's so much I don't know and so much I have to work on, but I'm now in a place where I can't wait to find out. I can't wait to find out. I'm just curious about what's gonna happen, and I'm excited to have this renewed motivation. I know what's possible. I'm a Virgo. Have you seen Beyonce? Come on now, like, hardworking woman, an example of how to get it all done. I'm gonna get it all done. So yes, that's what I'm feeling excited about. I'm also kind of excited about fall fits. I actually was planning on filming this video another day, but I really liked this fit, and I was just like, I already have the notes ready to go. I should just film it while I look like this. So I'm filming it while I look like this. I'm gonna insert a little video of me in this outfit. Isn't she cute? Isn't she cute? She is. You don't have to tell me. I'm also scared about, honestly, I'm always scared about time management. Just being like real on that, because you know, it's yes and with feelings. You don't have to but everything. Anyhow, I'm you know, concerned about time management. Teaching has been taking a lot of my time, or more, a lot of my energy. Like, by the time I'm home and I've cooked dinner and I've taken off my clothes, it's 8 o'clock, and then I don't work after that. So it's just like, damn, I'm gonna have to figure something else out. Wake up earlier, squeeze something in somewhere or something, so that I can get more stuff done in the day. Like, that's just kind of where I'm at. So my time management is just something I am worried about, like, for the fall. I'm also worried about seasonal affective disorder. Sad. It's getting cold and it's gonna get dark earlier, and I'm a sun baby and I'm a southern girl, so it's really just my worst season. So pray for me right now. Actually, let's pause. Let's say a prayer together. Okay, amen. I'll be all right. I'll be okay. I'm a big girl. So yes, that's what I'm scared about. Other feelings, I'm just continually excited. I'm also still lifting. That's a good release of energy there. Feeling nice and strong to handle myself, strong to handle anything that comes at me mentally, physically. Yes, those are the resources I'm using to keep my mind together. Yeah, those are all the 4 sections. All right, friends, and that is the end of the video. I hope y'all enjoyed it. We've covered research, what I'm planning to do for my 2nd chapter, how I plan on getting that done, what I hope to do for chapter 3, and I'm going to work on that in the spring. And then we talked about the school year. We got our grant funded, and so I won't be teaching in the spring, and that's honestly just amazing for us. It looks really great on the CV. And that I am teaching this semester, college freshman, and it's going pretty well. I am just trying to make sure it doesn't take up too much of my time, but there's only so much that I can control while doing my job properly. And then I haven't really started the job hunt, but I am excited to start going to more conferences and presenting my work and networking with people there. And I am working on my mental health by trying to keep up with my walks. I'm still going to be lifting and finding an indoor hobby class, boxing, lifting, jiu-jitsu, pole, aerial, something to move my body in the winter, like yoga, something so that I am not, something communal to do, essentially. Essentially, I need a community activity so I don't lose my fucking mind. And I'm excited and feeling rejuvenated about working on my research. The grant has made me feel excited. Honestly, I've been seeing much more progress on this channel, and that is exciting me to record more content for y'all, and my content is my life. So I have to be doing life things to share them with you. So I'm just excited to get to work, and I'm excited to get to sharing it. I hope this was helpful. If you're also writing a dissertation right now, let me know, or if you have written one, let me know how it went for you. And if you're in grad school or you're thinking about grad school, let me know any questions you have down below. I believe the 4th episode of Dissertation Diaries will be a Q&A. So if you ever have any questions, you can leave them in the comment section below. You can leave them on my Instagram, which is quindel.d.jones. I post my life there as well in short form on set if you don't have the strength to watch a full vlog. Yes, thank y'all so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I wish you luck on everything you're going for. It's yours, and I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.